Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and we're going to do some more truck, van, SUV testing. Now, before you say, but WhyBeAre, you said next time we do testing, it was going to be for the cars. See, I said next time we do crash testing, it would be for the cars. For this video, we're going to do suspension tests for the truck, vans, and SUVs. Do you see that? I got you on a technicality. Haha. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to test it, and to test it, we're just going to do that. That's literally what the test will be. Now, the part that's going to be hard is determining what height to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of drops with the D-Series truck ever slightly each time, or a little bit lower every time until it is basically damaged but still drivable. You see, at this point, both those tires are wrecked. You're not doing nothing easily, so go a little lower, do it again, until we get a height that does what I want it to do. So right there, both tires are busted. That's not what I want, so a little lower again. And we'll just do this, for about a minute. There we go. Look at that. We're already done. So right there, it does not break. So that's, that shows that the D-Series suspension is going to be used as the baseline. And it's basically, it can withstand that, but much more than that, and it will break. And that'll be the baseline we use. And we'll use multiple versions of each car. So first we're going to use the Chevy Silverado, right? And for this one, we'll start off with the default one, and we'll just let it drop. Just let it drop. And I'm not going to bother with slow-mo on this, because the problem that happens is, if you watch it in slow-mo, look what happens. Alright, look. Look what the camera does. Oh, it just a jump like that, and it's not fun to watch, because sometimes they'll do like 4 of those in one time, and it's just like, oh. So we're not going to watch it, okay? And all we're going to do is drop them and then see how they drive. And for this one, well, you see, it's not doing too hot. Both of the front tires, it looks like, are damaged. It looks like they're both damaged, but they will... Wait. Yeah. No. Okay, it looks like the left tire is still kind of compliant, while the right tire is just broken. So that's not too good. Oh, and the other thing, if you try to take the camera off of the truck to make it not jitter so bad, then you lose your height, which is like dumb as well. It's like there's no way to do it, as far as I know, that it would work. So that's why we're doing it like this. Alright, next up is the Off-Road V3 edition, which, oh goodness, well, the front wheels held up. As for the back wheels, yeah. But like the other video where I did the crash testing, feel free to tell me which ones you guys thought, like which ones did you think wouldn't hold up and then did, or vice versa, because that might be interesting. Alright, so there's that one again, just because I'm changing cars. Next up is the 4x4, which I don't know if it'll be any better. We'll see. So we go boom, boom, and it's at the height, and it gets the drop. Alright, the 4x4 hands, it looks like it's about the same as the default, so, oh well. So next up is the Datsun 720 King Cab. So we'll go whoop, whoop, and drop. Alright, how's this one? You also get to look at the cars after they explode, kind of, which is always fun, This one, the engine's gone. The engine is not going to move the wheels because it's broken. So let's try the one that would be more durable, the off-road version. Let's go F7, then R. And the reason I do F7, then R, to make sure it goes flat. That's why it looks like I'm spotting it twice. It's to make sure it's going down straight and flat. With the off-road edition, it also becomes immobile, unfortunately. So Datsun 720 King Cab, the suspension looks like it's okay, but the engine's not. It's like, oh. Next up is the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trail Edition. We'll try it with the smallest tires, and we'll try it with the biggest tires. So we go reset R, and let's see how this dirty old Jeep does. Oh my goodness, it bounced. It bounced, but I think it's good to drive. Let's try to see if I can catch it if I try to turn the wheels after it bounces. There we go. Alright, so I didn't turn the wheels until after it crashed, and if anything, turning the wheels would have made it worse. But if you look at it, it seems like it held up pretty well. Is it because does it have like a live axle in the front and back, maybe, so it's maybe a little more durable? I don't know. But yeah, it survived even with the smaller tires. Now, I'd assume the bigger tires would make it better, but I'm not sure about that. I don't know if it's driving quite right. Like, the turning feels a little sloppy. But that could just be because it's a Jeep with giant wheels on it, and that's just kind of how it feels normally. So let me do a quick check to see what a Jeep normally drives like. No, it does turn in a bit better now. So it was damaged, but it was still fully drivable. That's the interesting part. So let's use the 44-inch tires, and this one with the bigger tires, it should have more. It should work better, is what I'm thinking, because it's there's more parts to like kind of give without it breaking. Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh my goodness gracious! I didn't even get a chance to level it. It just goes upside down instantly. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we don't get to test this one, because if I try to do the thing where I flip it over, we'll lose the height again. And I don't want to do that. Well, actually, what I could do is I could just hit it with another car. That should not ruin the height we got. That should keep it same, and we could roll it over, and then we could try driving it. See if it's any better. Come on, roll! 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 Oh, maybe not. Uh-oh. Oh, well, this isn't working then, huh? Because I'm going to break it trying to roll it if I try to roll it, probably. So let's, uh-oh, we're going to crush a car accidentally. Run, truck, run! Yeah, that's a way I could do. I could put the truck behind the landing area. That'll work, probably. Alright, so we gotta go. This is a dumb way to do this, but it probably will work. Probably. Oh, goodness, no, I just got my truck crushed. Oh, yep, that was not good either. Ooh, one last idea and then we're giving up on this. What if I have the tires spinning? If I have the tires spinning, it actually breaks the driveline. How interesting. There we go. If I spun the tires just a smidge before it crashed, it worked. So how's it drive? Whoa, 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 whoa. Not quite good. There's something not quite right about it. That's all I can say. Because it flipped over. Alright, well, I'm tired of trying this thing because it's being a pain in the butt. Stop being a pain in the butt, you Jeep Grand Cherokee, you. Kiwi! We'll use the off-road edition only because this thing probably doesn't stand a chance, period. Well, we'll try them both. What the heck? But here's the off-road edition. Oh my goodness gracious. Why do they keep flipping over, though? It's like every time a car looks good, it's like, I'm going to flip over, by the way. Why you do this? Stay upright. Oh, unfortunately that time it's broken. It can still drive, sort of. It just drags its back behind it. You can turn which way you want. That's actually quite amazing. Just blip the throttle to hopefully get it to not flip, but it just flips anyways. So it mostly works on that one. It gets the back wheels get ruined, but the front wheels look okay. And when it doesn't flip over, the back wheels look great. That's the thing that annoys me. It's like, oh, come on, stop flipping over. See, and if I'm turning the wheels explode. That's interesting to note, though. If the wheels are spinning, the car will hold up worse. At least that's what this is showing. It's just a quick notice. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but it seems like every time we spin the wheels, it flips. Yeah, this is stupidly hopeless. Ooh, better idea. Let me install the forklift. Sorry about that. That's going to be an ugly cut, but I don't care because now we have a forklift. You see, I thought that through eventually. I'm like, you know what? A forklift could work great here. It'll hopefully be able to flip things over. So we'll reset this one last time so it's not being messed with. We're going to roll our forklift a couple of times while we go on our way to get... Oh, now you roll over right, and it's broken like that. So it's not even consistent from the same drop every time, interestingly enough. One of those things is kind of interesting because I wasn't hitting the throttle at all, and that both times. Yet one of them landed up on its side, the other one landed right side up. But the one on its side seems to have done all right. All right, let me just go up. It's gonna work. Gonna work. That's good. So this one is great right now. It's great. It doesn't feel like... It might feel a little... it might be a little off. But it actually is drivable, surprisingly. Alright, let's try the normal version now. We'll go, whoop, Sport Edition. So F7R. This one should probably just obliterate itself. Yeah. Not standing a chance there, considering almost every wheel flew off. It looks like only the one that held on was the back left, so not happening. Not happening. Next up is the Ford Ranger. Whoa. Oh, come on. Why you always do this to me, cars? Why you flipping over? Y'all is mean. Alright. Let's try to flip the Ford Ranger. Come on. There we go. Reset that to get out the way. Alright, so how's the suspension? It is definitely low. But interestingly enough, it doesn't feel like the driving characteristics of the vehicle have actually been that compromised. It still feels like it drives, it handles good. That's surprising. I didn't expect that. It actually feels like it handles good, even though it looks like it's totally ruined. Oh, now it's totally ruined. Alright, next up is the Drowsy Sam pickup. So going boom, 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 and this thing has never held up well in anything. Maybe this will be its time to shine? No, it's not. It spawns, it goes down, and then it gets dead. Too bad. Next up is the Ford F-250 Super Duty, which has a bunch of versions we gotta test. Well, a couple. So first up is the normal stock version, the default, which would be I guess the just the normal. Well, let's do the V10. Let's do the i6 all-wheel four-wheel drive. Yeah, because that one will be lighter, I would think, than the V10 version, so it'll have a better chance of holding up, I would say. Because there's less weight being put. There's it's less force. So after that, you could churn. Like this thing blew up, but you could churn. You don't quite drive perfectly straight. You pull just a smidge to the right. But it is drivable, no problem, and it looks like it's wrecked, but it drives. Quite surprising. Next, we're gonna try the off-road edition, which is gonna be heavier. So I'm not sure if that'll have much effect or not, but it will probably have a beefier suspension to hold up. Look at that, parts just fly everywhere with this thing. All right, so it might be driving perfectly straight, like the Ford Ranger. Might pull just a smidge to the left, but it is so minor. I barely noticed it, you know? This thing held up very well for how demolished it looked. That's a kind of a theme going on. The more wrecked a vehicle looks, the better it holds up. It's funny. Kind of ironic, too. Next up is the oops, nope, not that one. Those are all just stock cars. The Hell Jeep. We'll use the Baja and the Crawler. So finally, a test where the Hell Jeep isn't at a huge disadvantage, you know that? Oh my goodness. Hell Jeep is just like, I don't care. Oh, but look how cool it looks now. Alright, so it's bouncing. The back suspension is bouncing because it's basically busted. So it's not exactly stable, but you do have full control over it still. No problem there. You see those wheels are just bouncing though. You see, look at that. Those wheels are not spinning like they should. Look. Look at them, they're wobbling all over the place. But you can drive it. Oh goodness, no you can't. The wheels just flew off because I crashed. Sorry about that. There we go. Alright, so same thing. Looks like it had the same crash, luckily. And how straight does it drive? With the wheels wobbling all over the place, it shouldn't be that straight, you know? Logic just says that can't be that straight, but... well, maybe... yeah, it's definitely not quite straight. Pulling a little bit to the left, it seems like. Just a little bit. Alright, so next up is the other version of this one. The Crawler. Boom. Then we gotta reset it. F7R, and here we go, Crawler Edition. I think it has a different suspension setup, so let's see if it does anything different. Looks like it's the same thing, pretty much. Yeah, exactly the same. As far as I can tell, it's the same. So it crashes the same, even though it's a different version. I guess just happens to be the way the suspension breaks. That's what happens. So next up is the Gavril D-Series. Yeah, you saw this at the start. It was used for the baseline, but that was the normal version. There's also the off-road edition we could try. So for this one, it doesn't look like it's demolished, right? And, well, oh goodness, this time it is broken. You can't turn the wheels. How are you gonna make butter if you can't turn the wheels? So that one's broken. Just like that. The rear wheels are fine. Because interestingly enough, I believe this car uses independent front suspension but a solid rear axle, so that might be part of the reason. I could double check that real quick while we start putting this one in the air. Let's see. Front suspension is IFS, it says. Rear suspension is not. Yep, how funny. Okay, the off-road edition did worse. Somehow. That was unexpected. See, again, you know that, like, what's the most unexpected thing? The fact that the off-road edition did worse than the normal one? That's pretty unexpected for a suspension test like that. You would think the off-road edition would have a suspension that'd be able to handle big crashes like that. And be more durable, generally. Hilux has like a zillion versions. We'll just pick some out that I think would be different, you know? So first the drag edition, which might have like a really solid suspension just to make sure it can put the power down. Nope, it breaks it. The engine disconnects. Well, if the engine disconnects on that one, it might just disconnect on most of them. So let's try the crawler high performance. And if the engine just disconnects on like 4 in a row or something, I'll just give up. That one, the engine is disconnected. So we'll try a couple more, but it doesn't seem like this one's gonna go well. Alright, how about the T-Rex? See what that one does. Because it has 6 wheels after all, so it might have a chance. Kind of. Like, you got 2 wheels, or 4 wheels now. Doesn't seem like it goes very fast, unfortunately, because there's a lot of friction from the fact the whole body is just rubbing along as we drive. But it seems like it drives straight, actually. It doesn't seem like it doesn't. It seems like it drives straight, yeah. As for churning, it can churn. Everything actually works surprisingly well for the fact that one of our axles just went through the rest of the truck. Alright, what else could we try? The Impossible. I don't know which one what that one is off the top of my head, actually. I don't know. I'll just drop it anyways, right? How about, let's see. Did we try the crawler? Yeah, we tried the crawler. We tried the high performance crawler. Again, broken. What? Yep, broken. Off-road edition, maybe that'll be okay. Might have a better suspension than the crawler for this, I don't know. There we go, there's a little bit of function. The back wheels just said I'm going through the bed of the truck again, but the front wheels are pretty much, well, they're not quite driving straight. There is a broken piece to it, so that's too bad. So it turns out you can't kill a Hilux because it's not the old version. The old version, the one that they had in Top Gear, that one's the one that you can't kill. This one, a minor drop. Okay, that's not really a minor drop, but you know, a drop like that can kill it. We could try the what's it called? Dakar or whatever version, just to see. I think they mostly all have the same suspension setup though, and then they have different body part configurations. So let me look at this real quick. What are the actual different suspension setups? There's the off-road independent from the Gravel D-Series. Wait a minute, this one just uses the D-Series suspension setup. Interesting. I didn't know that. Huh. Then well, what if you use the other rear axle? Does that fix it from falling through? I didn't know that though. I didn't know that they use the same suspension. Nope. Oh well. Anyways, that's interesting. I wonder if how much other parts it shared. Anyways, next up is the D-Series 6x6. Yeah, 6x6. Yeah, we'll do this one too because it'll probably be interesting to see if the extra wheels. Oh yeah, how weird. Okay, for this one, it lost the rear set of wheels while the Hilux 6x6 lost the middle set. The wheels still churn because no matter what you do in this car, they will always churn though, which is kind of a cheap bias to remember. I don't know if other cars are like that. It might have been the same for the other 6x6 though. And does not drive straight. It is way pulling to the right and it can't go much faster than 30 miles per hour, but it drives. This is good to know. Next up is Pigeon. Oh my goodness, poor Pigeon. I'm sorry. You never asked for this. But here I am dropping you. If it still drives, I'll be in shock. What? Okay, the front wheel is busted though. See, I'm churning. Wait. Yeah. I can churn it, but I can't keep it in line. It'll just go to wherever side it wants. See, I'm trying to churn it right, but it's just going wherever it wants. What if we have the accelerator on so it hits the kind of crooked? Oh, it does a barrel roll. It's actually a good sign in terms of its likelihood to survive. Nope, I'm churning right now, and as you see, that wheel is not churning. Alright, so that didn't work. Next up, we're going to skip the shark, because that one sometimes does some weird things and breaks things. So we're skipping it. We're going to go to the i6 other Silverado. There we go, I fixed it again. I actually didn't... it's just some technicality error on my part. I installed it wrong. I installed the version that was corrupted that I had earlier. I forgot to change out the version I had. So this one, it might share the suspension with the D series actually, because it crashed pretty similar to it. Let's see, does it? Maybe not. So anyways, that's the first drop. You see both the tires. Oh, they still churn now. I thought the first one they didn't. Huh. Okay, so these both churn still. That's good. Good sign, good sign. How about driving in a straight line? Not gonna happen. It's going left. It's going left. Can you control it though? Not really. I'm turning full right and we're not going right. Alright, what's up next? Got the off-road edition. There we go. That's what's up. It's gonna be durability in the off-road one, right? Ooh, again, the off-road one does not equal more durability. And I think this one, again, might share the J-beams with the what you call it, the other truck. I'm thinking it does, the D-series. Next up is the H-series. We're going to try both the Capster and the box van, see if there's a difference. Sorry about the missing textures, it's just when something shares the J-beams and stuff that happens. Whoa! Don't tip over on me now. Our front wheels are busted. You can't churn those at all. Like, yeah, I'm trying to churn them, they're not doing anything, so they just do whatever they want. And we can't go that fast. So it's pretty much, yeah. What about the normal, not box fan edition? Whoops. Oh no! Oh, I ruined it! Oh no! Okay, well, what did we also not get to test? The only thing we didn't get to test is a minivan. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong key. I meant to hit F7 and my finger went... I fat fingered it and hit F8, F7, which screwed it all up. But we got through basically everything. You know, the only thing we didn't do is this one, and it might share the suspension with the other one even. I don't know. That's the same. Yeah, okay. That makes it feel better. It shares the suspension with the other one, so it doesn't matter what you dropped it from, because it would do the same thing. So technically, the only thing that got missed is the poor minivan, which also is a modification of another suspension setup. Actually, I think it's basically using the same suspension setup as this. So really nothing got missed, thankfully. Woo! And I was going to try the shark at the end. I will say that afterwards, because I said it breaks things sometimes, and then I didn't get to. Now my camera can't move even. I don't know what's going on. Can I move my camera? I don't know what I did. I broke my camera too. So we're just getting this here. Most of the testing was done, you know, the shark, I wasn't sure if I was going to do it in the first place. I was thinking I would do it at the end, but I guess we're not going to. So, till next time then, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.